since the program is really packed and we have to get going, I ask everybody to take the seats, and I'd like to introduce our director of SURFsara, Anwar Osseyran, who's going to welcome you all and deliver a presentation on SURFsara and SURF Foundation. Anwar.
Good morning, everyone. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you here. It is also a great pleasure to see so many people present here. It is for me like being in the candy store, seeing all those cloud specialists, all those people that we need very much, especially when we know that when we are looking for someone at SURFsara, it's very difficult to find them. So it's very good that you are here. It is also very good to hear that the number of participants to this workshop is growing every year. I have seen the program and I'm very excited about, let's say, the results of the program itself and the result of your work. Okay, so I will give you a short introduction where we are and what SURFsara is, what SURF is, and give you a glimpse into the, let's say, the challenges that we have, because you are very important for us to think about those challenges and help also resolving those, because those are challenges that we cannot be resolved on local level, not on even on country level. They require international collaboration. Where are we now? We are at the most important science park in the Netherlands. This is how we present ourselves. It is an area of about 20,000 square meters. There are something like 10,000 people working here, students, but also researchers, also employees of companies and employees of research institutions. You see here most national research institutions. The University of Amsterdam is present here with the Faculty of Informatics and Sciences. We have AMOLF, research on atomic and molecular physics. NICEF, high energy physics. NICEF works very closely with CERN, of course you know, and we do have here also one of the tier 1 sites of CERN. We have the Center for Mathematics and Informatics, the Dutch eScience Center, and also the European Grid Initiative is also located in the same building where we are located, SURFsara. And this is one of the 2 locations of SURF. SURF is present at 2 places, in Utrecht and in Amsterdam, and SURFsara has become one of the companies of SURF, and SURF is a cooperative. One of the, in fact, most influential organizations, I dare to say the most influential organization in the area of education and research. It is a cooperative incorporating something like 100 plus universities. All universities are members of SURF. The technical universities, also technical oriented schools, but also all research institutions, university medical centers, and I can assure you they are all confronted and working on, confronted with cloud problems, and they are working on data issues. All are concerned about topics that we are dealing with today. Okay, so as I've said, universities, University of Applied Sciences, medical centers, and vocational education institutions, research institutions, and others. And we provide ICT services. In fact, we try to do research and develop advanced services to support more than 1 million people, teachers and researchers in the Netherlands. Okay, SURFsara, mission of SURFsara is twofold. Focus on supporting researchers and education in the area of high performance computing. Yeah? And the other also important part of our mission is do the technology transfer toward the market and stimulate, let's say, the usage of high performance computing for the development of the knowledge economy. In that sense, we work not only nationally, but also work internationally, and many of your institutions are working with us in various, let's say, European projects. This is the building. It is not very far from here, and we have just moved to a new data center also on the Science Park, and this is where we have all the national e-infrastructure. What is our focus? The focus that we have is on using ICT for driving innovation, yeah? And we all know that data generation is exploding, yeah? But also not only data generation through Internet of Things and social networks, but also computing power is growing very, very fast, and this means that also simulations are generating a lot of data, and this is where your role there is very, very important, because we can already simulate real-time with experiments, real-time things that experiments cannot do, and there is a clear impact of ICT and certainly of data on science and also on competitiveness. So, expertise, consultancy, training, analysis, and optimization, those are the things that we focus on within SURFsara, and we do have 3 units, technology units. One is on high-performance computing, covering capability computing, capacity computing, grid computing, cloud computing, big data computing, and also special purpose computing. Those are the 6 areas in which we focus on in terms of computing, but we do have unit for data processing and unit for data services, and this is where data analytics, cloud services and grid services, visualization and interpretation of data, but also data services in terms of massive online storage, PID, data management, and data preservation are also dealt with within SURFsara. Okay, so why the cloud? We know everything is going to the cloud, and even big companies that were very much focused on preserving data in private, let's say in private, I would say cloud, but private ICT infrastructure, even those big companies have, like Oracle last year said clearly, everything is going to the cloud, so our apps are going to the cloud. So what we feel within our community, and this is something that I would like to share with you, what we feel is that there is a strong need in communities, certainly in the education and science community, to go towards a kind of federated approach. Federated, here I'm talking about federated research and development infrastructure, open, allowing collaboration between institutions, where privacy and security are hot issues. I'm sure you do have privacy and security on the agenda in those 3 days. And one thing is very, very important. I'm active in the area of e-health and also in smart energy. I am very concerned about putting too much, let's say, too much emphasis on privacy in the sense that it is killing exchange of data. I'm very much in favor of protecting privacy, but at the same time, it's very, very important to make data exchange available so that research, especially in areas like healthcare, where data exchange is crucial for the development of healthcare, I'm very much in favor of finding technologies that would solve this problem. Okay, and a word about the architecture that we are developing jointly within the research and development community. It is what we call a hybrid architecture, an architecture where the users are represented by, you have the national research priorities, those are the big users, and then you have the long tail users of science, but also higher education, day-to-day use of the cloud, and users of institutions with special, let's say, requirements. We are building a hybrid, federative, open science cloud, and hybrid in the sense that it is not only involving all the technologies, but hybrid in the sense that it is also involving various parties, so involving collaboration within the European Commission with other parties to develop a kind of community cloud, federated community cloud for communities that are operating research on European level, using our national e-infrastructure, putting it in the cloud, and then also making use of commercial cloud providers. Our motto is, whenever the market is better suited, better equipped to give us adequate services, and is guaranteeing privacy and security, we are going to use the market. And when there are specific requirements in a community that are not offered by the market, we will be developing those by ourselves and stimulate the market to adopt those. And then also deploying the e-infrastructure of the institutions. Many institutions do have legacy in terms of e-infrastructure. It is very important to stimulate those also to include that infrastructure into the cloud instead of making it obsolete and firing the people that are working there. So we are very much in favor of federating, let's say, the resources. Last word about not only the cloud, but also about green. Amsterdam is the fastest growing data center area in Europe. It is on number 3 at the moment, but it's growing about 15%. It is the fastest growing in Europe. And this means that also energy demand is high and energy pollution also, or CO2 pollution. And this is why Amsterdam is also working on a program for decreasing CO2 emission in Europe. I would like to thank you all for your attention, and I would like to wish you a very fruitful workshop today.